I can't imagine buying a house right now at those elevated rates. What's your outlook when it comes to mortgage rates? Do you expect them to stay elevated throughout the rest of the year? And how does that impact prices? For example, Zillow says they're forecasting prices for homes to go up 5% this year. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I think that Zillow is so off base here, and it's really not surprising because we saw Zillow shutter their pricing or their iBuying uh, division because their pricing algorithm was so off. And we also saw Zillow's CEO sell his own home 40% below where the Zestimate came in. So I don't put a lot of weight in what Zillow says. I put a lot of weight in terms of what I see as boots on the ground. So I have a unique role with being our chief economist for Nest Seekers and having a corporate position, but then also selling in 5 different markets, 5 of the hottest markets in the United States. So what I see going on now is, classic don't fight the Fed. We've already seen Jerome Powell say, we're not lowering rates until we get to 2% sustained inflation. So that just doesn't mean, touching on 2%. That means being there for at least 3 or 4 months. And we already have this, a number of different headwinds, the debt ceiling conversation, the bank failures, et cetera. So we have a lot of trepidation in the market. And I simply don't see mortgage rates going anywhere anytime soon. I don't think that they're going to get tremendously higher. I don't think that they're going to move lower. I think we're here, and that's what buyers are seeing. So we didn't see a lot of movement in the beginning of the year. We saw basically a frozen market, unrealistic sellers, and then buyers who are facing much higher costs.
Okay.
And
So kind of a harsh truth. I think everybody wants
yeah,
rates to go down, but you don't see it happening anytime soon. Okay, coming up later today, we have a few data points out. Weekly mortgage apps at 7, housing starts later. As both an investor, if you're talking to people who invest in housing, and also consumers, people who just want to buy a house, what will those reports tell us?
so housing starts are going to be swayed by multifamily again, and it's been this way. It's not new by any means. Basically, the American dream was to own 4 walls and a roof, and now that American dream has shifted to potentially owning condos or potentially owning a townhome or unfortunately getting in a perpetual rental cycle. And I think we're going to see more of the same here. We need more single family homes in the United States. And when we talk about housing shortage, we're not talking about general housing shortage. We're talking about single family housing shortage. There's tons of places that you can trade into in less desirable markets. So I think that that is a pretty nuanced conversation. A lot of people don't bring up that asterisk. But I think that we're going to see some consistency here. The single family housing developers simply are not pulling the trigger right now because there's not a lot of return on their investments. It's still expensive to build, and product is not moving quickly.